South Africa will be having their final training session tonight ahead of that game against the Black Stars tomorrow in Cape Coast. And it's the build-up which we will be doing here on the Pulse. I'm Gary Al Smith, and thank you for your time. As you know, Ghana will be looking to start the 2021 AFCON qualifiers on a strong front foot when they play Bafana tomorrow. We take a look at some of the key things to look at after their final training session has been done, and also what the South Africans look to do and achieve with Ghana. Don't forget that after this game, the Black Stars will be playing against Sao Tome and Principe in Principe. That will be next week. So, in studio with me is Enoch Fifi Forsen to take a look at the key areas that Ghana should be looking at. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thanks
so,
for having me,
first of all, looking at the kinds of players we've brought in for the call-up, Kwesi Appiah has made mention of the fact that this game for him is not essentially a do-or-die affair, but he's tried to explain why it is so critical.
Of course, it's so critical because we are playing at home and we are playing a big side as South Africa, and you can't afford to lose this game. If you lose this game, what's the guarantee you're going to Sao Tome and Principe to win? Because a winning start is always good for the team. Having endured a bad 2019, remember they exited the African Cup of Nations at the round of 16 stage. So Kwesi Appiah is very much aware of the pressure, and he wants his players to get off to a winning start. And winning against South Africa is the best start for the Blasters.
Yeah. South Africa, on the other hand, have actually said that they are relying on experience of players who featured in the Cup of Nations to be able to unsettle Ghana. Those were the words of the coach, which is why he called up the players who were mostly in the AFCON and those who beat Nigeria by 2-1, if I recall, recently also. They say they want to score an early goal to unsettle the Black Stars.
You see, you cannot write off South Africa because in recent years, they are the only team to go to Nigeria and pick up 3 points in the World Cup, in the Africa Cup of Nations qualifier. That was for the 2015 tournament.
Yeah.
They beat Egypt, the host nation, at the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. So they have the ability to unlock and stun host nations, and Ghana should be very lucky. If Ghana do not go into the game very well, the South Africans can stun them, and I'm hoping that do not happen on Thursday.
Okay, so key players that we should look out for. We know that some of Ghana's players have been ruled out due to injury, so we can look at the squad now. Yeah.
See, there's still Jordan Ayew in the squad. He's had a very fantastic season with Crystal Palace. He's their top scorer. He's won 2 Player of the Month award already, and he's in such fine form. We also have Andre Ayew, who's also in terrific form for Swansea City, recently appointed as the vice captain. There's Thomas Partey also in the mix. The only disappointment for Kwesi Appiah's side is the fact that Mubarak Okaso is enjoying a fine season with Deportivo Alaves, but he suffered a broken hand and is unavailable for the match. But his replacement, Alfred Duncan, is in fantastic form for Sassuolo. He has 1 goal, but he's provided 5 assists in the Italian top flight. Already this afternoon, I was reading that Inter Milan are hoping to replace him, are hoping to bring him in January. If their target man is Arturo Vidal, but if they do not get Arturo Vidal, they'll go in for Alfred Duncan.
That's a big step for the young man also. So, as you know, one of the key things around this Black Stars game is to bring back the support that used to be common for that national team. One of the things they've done is they've slashed the prices for the game that will be played at the Cape Coast Stadium. I hear the popular stand is now going for 5 cedis. We saw in the video you are seeing there, the Black Stars stopping over in Mankasim and Winneba, yeah, you know, to interact with fans and all that. Tomorrow, it should be a big litmus test for whether the love is back.
Yeah, and nothing short of a victory, because you've done all these things, you've done the pre-match discussion, and you see the love is still there for the Black Stars. People love them. You see how the fans are welcoming them in Cape Coast, and it's very impressive because we all thought the Black Stars had lost the love after failing to end their trophy drought in Egypt. But you could see that the love is still there for the Black Stars. But if they fail to beat South Africa, see, the pressure will be back on, and the criticisms will be back on, and especially Kwesi Appiah will be in a difficult situation because a lot of people, if you go on the street or on social media, bring back the love, all people want to see is sack Kwesi Appiah and the love will be back. Yeah. So it's also a do-or-die affair for Kwesi Appiah. He has to win this game to save himself.
And on that, he was asked at the pre-match presser, the press conference, about different things. But one key thing he said was that we should not go back to expatriate coaches. He was defending the decision to, ask Ibrahim Tanko to step aside, and why he brought in Siki Akono to be the assistant, and he made the statement that even if Kwesi Appiah should go aside or step aside, should we go back to the expatriate coaches? No, and we should always give the job to our own. Very interesting comments today.
Very interesting, but you see, Kwesi Appiah has not done enough for the local coaches, because we all trusted him. And this is the second time in charge of the Black Stars. The first time at the 2014 World Cup, we all saw how he performed. He was woeful. And this time, we brought him back again at the 2019 World African Cup of Nations, and he couldn't deliver. So he's not done enough, and he's not justify why the local coaches still deserve to be in there. And already we've seen how Tanko is performing poorly at the under 23 African Cup of Nations. So the local coaches have to step up.
Yeah.
We all like the local coaches to be in charge, but we've seen what the expatriate coaches have done and what the local coaches are doing, and we think the expatriate coaches are far better.
Thank you very much, Enoch, for the analysis. South Africa are also now led by a local man, Molefi in Turkey, and he and his team are already in Cape Coast. They'll be having a final training session at 6 p.m. today. Tomorrow, you can expect us to be bringing you the Sports on Pulse from the Cape Coast Stadium, and then the game will be at 7 p.m. You can get live commentary on that on Joy FM. I'm Gary Al Smith, and that is the sport for now.